Evening freaks, I am here to do the daily roll and just tap into the energies and what they're bringing in for us collectively and how we can ride that shit out in the best way, to really move ourselves into a more fulfilling potential. Let's just call it that because we don't always know what our fulfillment looks like, what it truly looks like. We can have ideas about it, but um, what the real manifestation of that is, we don't know. Otherwise, we wouldn't be seeking fulfillment, right? So there's something right now about just staying open, you know, staying open with your intention and aligning more with like the core quality inside that you're wanting to invoke in your life now. What is the thing you're looking for? Stop taking it outside of yourself in your focus and bring it more internalized, bring it more to the subtle layers. Like, for example, let's say the thing that you want is financial success, okay? Well, think about what is the actual quality behind that. Why would having your finances at a certain level be so desirable? What is it about that? Oh, well, I'd feel a sense of stability, a sense of grounding, a sense of calm, less stress, you know? And think about the qualities that you need to evoke to actually match that energy that you're looking to bring in. Stop looking for it outside of yourself, or stop chasing. It's more like letting things come to you because they're magnetized to you by sharing this resonance. It's like a drawing resonance, but it's staying within your own energy, not making it about anything outside of yourself. And that's actually what brings you into alignment, with that very thing. I don't know why this is coming in, but it is coming in. And I chose pink. I chose pink tonight for the color because I feel like we've been running a lot of this Mars energy, a lot of this red, fiery, intense kind of energy. And to me, as an Ayurvedic practitioner, that's Pitta energy, okay? And Pitta is associated with the element of fire. And we just entered Pitta season on summer solstice. And Pitta season is very important for us to bring in more softening, more cooling, more kind of tempering, sort of balancing energies, more softening and silky, more sensual, because the tendency with Pitta is to have too much fire. You get too much fire, you get that that stereotypical kind of emperor in reverse kind of energy. You get that angry war planet Mars energy. You get that Aries intensity energy. It's very yang, it's very yang. It's a coarser kind of energy. And there's this need to bring in the softening, the cooling, the water element, juicy, sweet, less heat, more sweet. Because Pittas in general, the fire doesn't have a problem generating passion, right? Fire doesn't have a problem generating purpose, but it can go out of control. It can rage too hard, and that can cause destruction, that can cause problems, that can cause people popping off, that can cause people getting into very uncompromising, stubborn, stances that just makes things difficult. I feel that this energy is also really coming in with this this pink is the color right now. It's like just taking that, you know, red Mars yang energy down just a notch. You know, it's still there, you know, just soften it a little bit. Just soften it a little bit. And that creates this kind of opening in a new way. And I feel like you're all like aligning to your mojo. You're getting in touch with the subtleties of your mojo. You're aware of the brash side, you know, like when you're feeling confident and you're putting yourself out there and you feel like you're in your element and you're, you know, just riding that shit out for all it's worth. But you actually neglect a whole aspect of it that is far more quiet, far more internalized, and deeply awakening on a whole other level. And it's a quality that's so essential to get in touch with right now. I'm really having this Ayurvedic piece come in tonight, okay? So I don't know what's up with this, but it's just coming in strong. I also do this kind of work. I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner. I'm licensed with NAMA, the National Ayurvedic Medical Association, and this is part of my life's work too. It's what I do over on Cobra's Medicine Bag on my other YouTube channel. But these pieces are just coming in so strong for me right now. And when I think about diving into this like essence, going into the more softening aspect of that yang energy and what brings in that tempering, I can't help but think of ojas. And ojas is like the nectar of life. And it's said that you only have a few drops of ojas, you know, in your heart center and anahata chakra, you know, and it's precious. 7:11 on the clock when I said that. Oh, just like such a beautiful message of that like spiritual unity. You like coming into that place of yoga, which means to like yoke with that divine energy. And I'm really getting this kind of like divine feminine energy, like the goddess energy. We've really become familiarized more with the God aspect with everything that's been going on, you know, in the world. There's been a lot of intensity, you know, we've had a lot of war, we've had a lot of unrest, we've had a lot of, you know, heavy shit going on. We've had a lot of root chakra stuff going on with, you know, people really struggling with all the changes, you know, all the changes that have been going on for the past few years, all the financial instability, the things that rocked them, you know, the fears they've confronted, the insecurities they've been dealing with. It brought forward in people a lot more of that, you know, that fiery, you know, that kind of, you know, intense masculine energy. And now it's really time to experience the other side. That's like I get this vision of just like a cauldron, you know, like that mama energy, and merging into this feeling of, you know, sinking into the cauldron soup of the collective, you know, and just being in that place of unity with all the energy, harmonizing with that, you know, and it birthing really beautiful shifts within, to come into this unity energy, you know, to come into that mama energy, the energy that's more about nurturing, the energy that's more about being able to sink into that place of compassion, the energy that's softened, you know, more open, more supple, more like arms open, head back, chest open. Yes, that energy. There's something here. It like awakens something inside, but it also brings so much sweetness, so much ojas. Like it builds the ojas in the body. if you want to have a visualization for this concept of ojas, the nectar of life, you know, when we build the ojas in our bodies, and we can do this in a lot of ways, you know, we can do this with certain tastes, certain rasas we favor in our foods. We can do this with certain kinds of activities, with different kinds of breath work, with different kinds of yoga, with, you know, and yoga means to come into union, you know. These are all routes for coming into union. Union is when you are full of ojas. That's when you've come into union with that higher consciousness, divine energy, however you want to look at it, great spirit, okay, whatever way you connect with that, that feeling of being in alignment with your true essence. That is yoga. That is when you're full of ojas, the nectar of life. And it's like we become the Ace of Cups. You know, if you've ever seen the Ace of Cups card, it's this beautiful image of this chalice, and it's just being filled from above to overflowing. 11:11 on the clock. And I said this, and I feel like this is the energy that's coming in now. Like we have been spent collectively. We have poured our energy out, and we're just waiting for what comes in to fill us again. And it's really about sinking into trust. And it was 11:29 on the clock when I said that. 11:33, okay. Big time alignment energy, that Ace of Cups. And with the Ace of Cups, it's all about, it's what begins in you, harmonizing within you, not looking for harmonizing without, looking for it first within you. And this is what manifests the shift. Again, it was 11:56. We got double 11 energy, man. We're in a very important time right now. And we are meant to connect with that mojo, you know, on a more subtle level. So I'm going to roll these dice, okay? But this download just really wanted to come in, and I wanted to flow with it. And I didn't want to interrupt it. And I don't know how much memory I'm going to have on this video. I need to go and get more memory. I've been doing so many videos. My poor little phone can't handle it. So if this gets cut off short, just know that it's stopping at a pivotal point, okay? So we got, oh, and it's interesting. Ooh, this is interesting because I forgot that I was holding the third die. I normally don't use the third die. So I would say there's an unexpected element coming in. And it's funny because what came in was, let me try to keep them all together here, okay, is we got the 6 with the 1, and this is like the paddy wagon on the Monopoly dice. And what I see this as is a lucky break, a get out of jail free card. You know, that's when it's really speaking to me. It's like you've been stuck in a situation, collective, and maybe you've been in that, you know, Mars energy. Maybe you've been really trying to like muscle your way through it. Maybe you've been sinking more into your anger or your aggression or your frustration. And that's why it's important to move into this more like soft, receptive, you know, allowing kind of energy. You know, just allowing the experience to be what it is, you know, just like softening a little bit, you know, whatever this is, this thing you've been struggling with, or where you feel like you're really being held back, you know, just kind of just moving more into a place of trust that maybe the timing is exactly as it needs to be. I have been getting a message for a really long time that everything pops off in Leo season. We're going to start to see signs of, okay, I see the movement. I see where it's going to happen. I see what path is starting to open up for me and what direction I'm going to go. And so, you know, it's really time to sort of, you know, it's like Bob Dylan said, you don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. So it's like, okay, once you've picked up the current coming in, it's time to sort of like get yourself ready. You know, get yourself readied. And I feel like there's been some element that's held you back. It's a practical thing. It's a practical thing is what I'm getting. It's a practical concern. This could be anything from lacking transportation to lacking the finances, to not having the right living situation, not being in the right location. There's some practical element. There's something, paperwork hasn't been signed yet, okay? Something along these lines. And it's been kind of been keeping you stuck. But I think that there's a lucky break coming in this, and it's going to be the thing that, you know, saves your ass at the 11th hour and allows you to make the move you need to make, okay? And then we got on the other side here, we got 4 plus 2 and 2, that's double 4s, that's 8. So from there, it's all about the foundation of your, you know, new direction, the new chapter of your life coming into fruition, like actually seeing the materialization of the new direction. At first, where you're at right now, you're just seeing the path kind of open up before you, okay? The path is just sort of opening up before you right now. So you're getting a feel for which way things are going to go. You know how you're going to have to move. You know the next step that you got to take, but things haven't lined up to sort of really facilitate the new direction. There's these practicalities you're lacking, but I see the manifestation of it comes. And again, I'm getting with this 4 and 2 and 2, that's 8 in the 8th month, August, Leo season. You know, it's going to be ramping up. The energy is going to be starting to pick up moving forward. And I think this is also why, you know, this pink, like temper it, tone it down a little bit, man, because believe me, you're going to have another burst of this energy to push you through this portal to the next, you know, stage of your life. You want to make sure you're in a space where you're rested up, where you have your shit in order. So, you know, start to get things in order, do your preparations, and then you're going to have a much smoother transition. Yeah, these are like tying off the loose ends. We got 8, 9 energy, okay? 5, 3, and 1 there. Yeah, there's help for the new beginning. It comes through change, you know, and the change may feel destabilizing at first, and you might have some anxiety around this, but ultimately it leads to, you know, the closing that is necessary that, you know, brings the new beginning. And on the other side, let's see, we only look at that. Is that the same? Let me see here. What we got on the bottom? No, okay. Then we got 6, 3, and 1. So see, there's 10, the new beginning that follows the ending. And it was 18:11 on the clock when I said that. The closing of the cycle, the letting go, okay? So there's this softening that's needed. This is also part of the reason why I'm getting this message. Tone that energy down. Tone that Mars energy down. The softening is needed because you can't receive the sweetness that's coming in until you let go and open and say, okay, I'm willing to let go. I'm willing to trust. I'm willing to be guided in my next step. And it's not until you go there, not until you soften, not until you move into that space of, yes, that it comes in. Let's see if we can get a charm in. This is probably going to run out on me soon, but maybe we'll at least get to see the charm. There's that money. If you were needing money, we got money coming in, okay? 1919 on the clock brings a new beginning. Go get the bag.